Welcome to Two Dudes and a Review. I'm Matt,
I'm Luke.
and today's movie is Avengers Infinity War. Infinity War is about Thanos, who's this space dude, going around to all the different planets in space, including Earth, to obtain the 6 Infinity Stones. And the Avengers find out about this, and they even have some of the stones, and it is their job to stop him, even with some help from some people that are not a part of the Avengers.
All right, guys. Big part of the show, we have to play a little game where we guess each other's scores and reviews for the movie. 1 out of 10. Right here we got our jar of pain, and inside here we got a couple different punishments. So we're gonna take a combination of 2 shows, and whoever has the worst score, whoever isn't as close, we're gonna have a little fun to do.
So lowest score wins, like golf. I will be guessing Luke's score. He will then reveal that at the end of the episode, and vice versa. And whoever has the lowest score away from each other's scores wins. You'll see how it works.
I think that you will score 6.7.
Okay. That's good for me. I actually didn't put too much thought into what you guessed. I think you like it. He guessed low because he knows I'm not a big fan of Marvel movies, which is sad. I'm sure it'll offend a lot of you, but I think Luke liked this movie. I'll go safe with it because I think I'm going to be closer than yours. Ooh, next episode I'll guess first.
All right.
8.2 is what I think Luke will give it.
All right.
Okay, so now what'd you think?
Yeah, it was there's like 2 different ways I could review this movie. I could review it from just being a fan, going in there just watching a good movie, or I could look at it critically, looking at the plot and stuff like that. If I'm just looking at it like a fan, I love this movie. I think it's just awesome.
Yeah.
Everything from it, just a lot of action, funny lines in it, and it's just a real good time. If I want to look at it like a critic or something like that, looking at more into detail and the structure of it, it's not as good, doesn't hold up as well. I find some plot holes in it then. And why would I want to make the movie worse for myself?
What do you mean by that?
Just because then it just makes the movie worse.
Oh, so you look at it as a fan. Okay,
I think it's a lot better that way.
So hopefully you gave it a good score then. Okay, yeah, I agree. That's how I look at most movies. However, I think a lot of the times I can't enjoy a bad movie. However, I had a revelation when I watched this movie.
You liked it more now?
I liked it a lot more. I would actually say that I liked it. So all the people I talked to would definitely say that I don't like Marvel movies. More of a DC guy myself.
Let's go.
I said this when I saw it the first time in theaters that it was one of the best Marvel movies after like 2010. I
definitely agree with that.
Like the old ones more, but yeah, so it was definitely one of the best Marvel movies. However, I think the reason I didn't like it in the theater was because of how much I knew about Marvel itself. Like, I'm not that big of like a Marvel nerd. And so like I didn't even know who Thanos was before the commercials. And I hadn't seen some of the movies before. But now, so like some of the problems I had was like, why didn't Thanos kill Thor in the opening scene? But now I see that he killed half the people on the ship in the opening scene, and that's kind of like Thanos' thing. So that was good. And the Hulk, I didn't like that he wasn't in the movie, but that has to do with something with Ragnarok, right?
I've never seen Ragnarok,
okay.
personally.
Yeah, I think it does now that I've seen half of Ragnarok. Ragnarok is unwatchable. I can't finish that movie. Everyone likes it. I think it's the worst.
The truth is, I have maybe only seen like 5 Marvel movies.
Really?
Like, they just don't really get me that interested.
Okay, I always thought you liked them a lot more.
No, like, half of them, especially even before seeing this, the only ones I've seen in theaters, I saw Black Panther, which came out 2018. This came out 2018 as well. Those are the only 2 Marvel movies I've actually even seen in theaters. And then the only one prior to this that like I would consider like a good movie that I like a lot is the first Iron Man.
Yeah, me too.
All the other ones,
What about the Spider-Man movies? The Tobey Maguire Spider-Man?
That's not like part of
Oh, you mean
the
the Marvel
MCU.
Universe?
Yeah.
Okay.
I like those too.
Okay.
Like I didn't see any of those in theaters either. But like I haven't seen any of the new Spider-Mans, like the new one.
Mm-hmm.
I really wasn't that excited for like the trailer dropping for the other one.
Okay, the newest one, yeah.
But this movie I just liked so much, and then rewatching with you, it just like watching that, it just made me feel so good. It brought back just good memories of seeing it in theaters.
Really?
It was just awesome seeing it in theaters. Just
yeah.
all the noise and everything with it.
The noises.
Just watching something in theater, there's nothing like it. Watching a movie first time in theaters, and it really just brought back all the emotions, good feelings, good times.
We've seen a lot. Yeah. Good stuff.
Mm-hmm. And just like the way that all the characters get introduced, and just starts off with Thor and Loki.
Did you say
and the Hulk?
Yeah, the way they were introduced.
Yeah,
Yeah, that was
just
one
throughout
thing.
the movie. Just how it just builds up, and then they all come together.
Yeah, one thing I liked about the way they were introduced was every time, because there was like 20 something main characters.
Mm-hmm.
Like
yeah.
that was like the big problem that everyone talked about. Everyone was like, oh, how are they going to have 20 main characters? But I think they actually did it really well, which I think would have been really hard to do. And what I noticed that they did was every time they introduced a new character, like Vision and that red chick, what was her name?
Scarlet Witch.
Yeah. Once they introduced them, they immediately got everyone already into an existing plot line. So like they showed one scene of Vision and Scarlet Witch, and then the next scene with those two was they were immediately introduced to Steve Rogers again. They've met before, but I liked how, so like instead of following like 20 different plot lines, there was pretty much just 3 plot lines. The ones with the Guardians, the ones with Steve Rogers, and then the one with Thanos.
Mm-hmm.
And so everyone got sucked into those 3, and then they all met at the end. And that was one thing I really liked. My favorite scene was the one where Thanos was fighting the Guardians of the Galaxy characters and Doctor Strange, Spider-Man, and
Iron Man
on Titan, which is Thanos' home planet. And that's where they get really close to capturing Thanos the first time. And I like that because, well, first of all, those were my favorite characters in the movie. Iron Man and the Guardians of the Galaxy, they're all like really cocky people.
Oh, I love Iron Man. He's awesome.
So they were hilarious together. And then when they met and they... Remember, the Guardians of the Galaxy were about to kill Iron Man and Spider-Man. That was good. That was funny. And then their plan. I also really liked their plan, which was... What's his name? Quill?
Yeah.
Peter? I forget his
First name, it's Quill.
yeah.
Star-Lord.
Yeah, Star-Killer. Star-Lord? Yeah, Star-Lord.
Yeah.
I don't know much. I saw this, I swear.
Combining Star Wars into this.
What?
Starkiller face.
Oh, yeah. Dang it.
My favorite scene was whenever the Guardians first get introduced and Thor's there. I just find that whole entire interaction so funny. Just the way they're talking about how like hot Thor is, like talking about his muscles and everything like that.
And then voice.
Yeah, then Quill starts impersonating. I forget his lines, but that part I was dying laughing in the theater. And the other part is whenever Drax is listening on Quill and Gamora's conversation. He's eating the chips.
Yeah.
I can move so slow, you don't see me.
And then that other girl comes in, she's like, "Hey, Drax."
Love that scene. I was almost crying from laughter.
Yeah, that was
I loved it.
Okay, so now we're going to head to the next segment of the show, which is called Did You Like It? All right, so Luke, did you like it?
Yeah. Matt, did you like it?
Yep. So now it's time to reveal our final ratings. Once again, I guessed 8.2 for you.
Yes. I guess 6.7.
All right, I have my rating right here.
Me as well. My actual. Do you want to look at it or do you want me to
Yeah,
say
I want to look at it.
Oh.
So Luke guessed this is his actual rating, 8.9.
Matt, 8.1. Wow.
So
I
was
have some ground to make up.
I was 0.7 off.
Yes, I was
One,
way off.
1.4.
1.4, is that it? All right. Maybe I'll get you in the next one.
Yeah, that's double.
All right. Thanks for watching our review. Check out the review of the duel to see who has to do the punishment. See you next time, guys.